Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be discussing about JIT and lean operations. Now, this lean operations, this is basically what it is all about. It is like we can say that the lean system or the lean operation, it is like a highly coordinated system which is going to use minimum resources and they are going to produce high quality goods and services. So the idea is they want to identify what are the sources of waste, right? And they want to eliminate the waste, that is non-value added activities, by continuously improving the process of production. Now the thing is, what are non-value added activities? Non-value added activities and the value added activity is like any activity which is going to increase the value of the product. It is going to it is that value for which probably the customer is willing to pay for, that is a value added. And the things for which customer is definitely not willing of, like it can be, we have to eliminate those activities, that is non-value added. It is not adding any value to the product. And if you say 95% of the lead time, what is lead time? It is like the delay in the process. It is due to that in the process there are certain non-value added activities which have to be identified and which have to be eliminated, and this is the idea behind JIT and lean operations. Now if I say, what is waste? Waste, it is like muda in Japanese. In Japanese we say the waste as muda, and there are 8 basic sources of wastage. Wastage is if you are producing defective products, if you are producing more than the required quantity, and if you are waiting for the other parts or resources, and if you are not utilizing your employees, transportation, inventory, motion, extra processing. These are all the 8 basic sources from where possible wastage can be there, and this all leads to the downtime of the production and the entire process. So we can improve the productivity by introducing the JIT and lean operations. So we have to basically separate value added activities and non-value added activities in a process, right? So this helps us to identify the areas where we have to do the improvement. Like you can identify here that this red region, this is a non-value added activity, or you can say this is a waste, and we have to eliminate this waste and see the total time which is required. And if we can eliminate all these red activities or the red sources of wastage, it is going to be beneficial. And we use various lean tools and techniques to improve the productivity through eliminating or reducing the wastage. Now we will be discussing about what are the basic goals and building blocks of JIT. Right now in this, what is there? The ultimate goal of JIT is to have a balanced system. Balanced system means the one which is going to have a smooth flow of material and throughout the system. The idea is we want to make the process time as short as possible. We want to reduce the time of production by using resources in the best possible way. Generally we use a line optimal utilization of resources. So that is the idea behind this JIT approach. And the degree to which this overall goal will be achieved, it is going to depend upon how the supporting goals are achieved, right? And these supporting goals are eliminating the disruption, making the system flexible, eliminate the waste, especially the excess inventory, right? So if I talk about disruptions, now this disruptions, they have a negative influence on the system because it is going to upset the smooth flow of the products through the system. And we need to eliminate these disruptions because variety of the disruptions, they are possibly due to the poor quality, equipment breakdown, changes in the production schedule, late deliveries, right? And we need to eliminate as maximum as we can because it is going to reduce the uncertainty which the system is going to deal with due to these possible factors. Next is flexibility. Now it is like flexible system should be there. It is like the system should be so flexible that it should be able to handle the variety of the products. right? See, this is the first thing. Variety of the products it should be able to handle on a daily basis, and we can change in the level or the volume of the output while maintaining the speed and balance between them, right? So now the next is this long setup time, long lead time. They also have a negative impact on the flexibility of the system. So we need to reduce this setup time, we need to reduce this lead time, so that we can have a balanced system, right? The next is Kaizen philosophy. Now Kaizen philosophy, it is like for eliminating the waste. We want to eliminate the waste which is like unproductive resources. We want to eliminate waste, and so that the production can be enhanced, right? And the Kaizen philosophy, it says that waste is the enemy. We need to eliminate it because it is necessary to get the hands dirty. Fine. Second is improvements should be done gradually and it should be done continuously, because the goal is not big improvements done intermittently. And everyone should be involved, like top managers, middle managers, workers, every person should be involved. It's like a TQM approach. Then fourth one is Kaizen. This philosophy, it is built on a cheap strategy and it does not require great amount of technology, or any consultancies are not required for that, and it can be applied anywhere. And this is supported by a visual system. That is, there is a total transparency of the processes. We are like making problems and wastes visible to all, and it is focusing attention where value is created. Fine. So this is Kaizen philosophy. Next is the building blocks of JIT. There are four building blocks of JIT: product design, process design, personal or organizational elements, manufacturing planning, and control. So let's see what is product design. Now there are four elements in product design. First is standard parts, second is modular design, third is highly capable production systems, and fourth one is concurrent engineering. Now the first two elements, the standard parts and modular design, they are related to the speed and simplicity part. Now if we are talking about the standard parts, if we are using those standard parts, it means the workers, they are not dealing with the variety, they are dealing with standard parts, right? And the training time which is required, the cost which will be there, that will be less as compared to the customized parts, right? Now purchasing of these standard parts, checking the quality of these standard parts, this is more of a routine activity, right? And it is going to lead to the continuous improvement also. Second one is modular design. It is like modules are created, which are the clusters of parts, and they will be treated as a single unit. Modular parts are there. Generally products are produced in modular parts. Like if one part of the product is like you can say is defective, or it is not working properly, so instead of replacing the entire product, you are going to replace that particular part of the product, and this is going to reduce the number of parts we are dealing with. It will be easy to assembly, purchasing, handling, training, and so on. Fine. Third thing is highly capable production system. Now in this, what we can say is it is very essential for the JIT system, because we can say if we have poor quality, it is going to create major disruptions. Now quality needs to be built in the process as well as in the goods also. So we should produce in small lot sizes, and there should not be the absence of buffer stock, because production will stop when the problem will occur, and it will not resume until the problem has been resolved. So shutting down an entire process is going to be costly, and it is going to cut into the planned output levels also. So we have to avoid shutdowns, and we have to quickly resolve the problem as soon as it appears. Next one is, if I talk about concurrent engineering practices, this is like we have discussed this in the product design chapter also, wherein what we say is that the designers as well as the operation people, they are going to coordinate with each other while finalizing the design of the product, because the product design, it should be in accordance with the capability of the operations department only. Next is process design. Now in the process design, there are 7 aspects of process design. First is small lot sizes, setup time reduction, manufacturing cells, quality improvement, production flexibility, balanced system, little inventory storage, and fail safe methods should be there, right? Now small lot sizes, it is like the quantity should be small. It is like we have to reduce the lot size, because small lot sizes in the production process, it is going to have number of benefits. Like for example, with small lots we can it is like in process inventory jo hai, which that is going to be less. It is going to reduce the holding cost. It is not going to occupy much space. Inspection and rework costs are going to be less when you have any problem with the quality, because we have to deal with the smaller number of items. Fine. Now the second one is we need to have setup time reduction. Now the setup time reduction, it is like when you have small lots and you are changing the product mixes, it requires frequent setups, and these should be quick and it should be inexpensive. So the time and cost to complete them, it can be prohibitive. So long setup times, it requires more inventory than with the short setup times. So it is very important that we should have less setup time, otherwise we have to maintain high inventory for that. Manufacturing cells, now it is like JIT system should have multiple manufacturing cells. Now cells, what are cells? They contain machines and tools which process the similar families. If you people remember, in the layout chapter we had cellular layout, right? In cellular layout, what is it like? Different cells are there, and the items which require similar kind of processing, they are sent to a particular cell, right? And the cells, they are highly specialized and they are efficient production centers. So among the important benefits of manufacturing cell, it is like we have less changeover times, equipments are highly utilized, and there is a ease of cross training of the operators. Then limited quality improvement. Quality improvement, it is like quality defects will occur during the process and it is going to obviously disrupt the flow of work. So problem solving is important when the defects occur. So it is a never ending process. Quality improvement is a never ending process, guys. Next is production flexibility. It should like, what is the overall goal of JIT system? It is we have to achieve the ability to process a mix of products in a smooth flow. So one potential problem can be that when portions of the system, they become overloaded. So there are bottlenecks which reflects the inflexibilities, and the process design can increase the production facility flexibility, and it can reduce the bottlenecks in a variety of ways. Like for example, we can reduce the downtime due to the changeovers. By reducing the changeover time, we can use preventive maintenance on the equipments, which can help to reduce the breakdowns and downtime. So there are many reasons and how we can maintain the production flexibility. Balanced system should be there. Line balancing, if you people remember, we need to balance the line. So neither of the workstation, it should not be overloaded, and neither it should not be underloaded also. Next is benefits of small lot sizes. This I have already explained you. Fine. Then next is personal or organizational elements. Now in the personal or organizational elements, it is like you should treat workers as your assets. Workers are your assets. Workers, they are not the liabilities, right? You should provide proper training to your workers. You should provide them motivation, and they should be given more authority to make the decisions. Fine, as compared to the traditional systems. Next is cross-trained workers should be there, so that they can operate a variety of machines, and it is going to add flexibility to the system, because workers, they will be able to help one another wherever the problem occurs, or if any co-worker does not turn up on the work today. Next is continuous improvement. Now workers in a JIT system, they have greater responsibility for quality, right? And each and every one is involved in the problem solving and continuous improvement process. Next is cost accounting. Now in the cost accounting, it is like we are allocating overheads. Traditional accounting methods, they sometimes distort the overhead allocation, because they are going to allocate it on the basis of direct labor hours. But this approach does not consider only the direct labor hours. They are now basically frequently accounting for the relatively small portion of the total cost, and other costs now represent a major portion, that is like labor intensive jobs. They may be assigned a disproportionate share of overhead, and they do not reflect the true cost of that. It is like activity based costing is there. Activity based costing, let's suppose if I say four friends go for a pizza party, fine, and if I talk about four friends, they ordered one large pizza which had 12 slices. Now ideally, if they are on a deal that they all four friends, they will be contributing equal for that one pizza. So if contribution money wise, if it is equal, then the pizza slice distribution, if four friends are there and it has 12 slices, so ideally each friend should have 3 slices of pizza, but one friend has one slice. Probably second friend was more hungry, he had 5 slices. Third friend was like his hungry level was not very high, but he had 2 slices of pizza. They are contributing equal, but they are consuming the quantity in an unequal way. So it is unfair if they are contributing equally even when they don't had the equal share. But this is okay in the friends, right? We all do this. But actually in the organization, whatever part is accounting for the contribution to the cost, that should be accounted for only that much quantity. So that is cost accounting. Last one is leadership or project management. It is like managers, they are expected to be the leaders and facilitators. They are not order givers, right? And JIT, it encourages two-way communication between the workers as well as the managers. Next is manufacturing planning and control. Now in manufacturing planning and control, there are 7 elements. First one is level loading. Now it is like level loading should be there when a company, it is like when they are producing different products, it is like always we are saying from the beginning that in small lots it should be produced, and we should spread the production of the different products throughout the day. It is like leveling of the load, equal distribution of the load should be there, right? No one should be overloaded, no one should be underloaded. That is why we have the principle of line balancing also. Next is pull system. Right, now pull system, that we'll deal in the next slide. Visual system, that is Kanban system, close vendor relationships, reduced transaction processing, preventive maintenance. Now what is pull versus push system? It is like, this is a push system is a traditional production environment, whereas like work is finished at a workstation and the work is pushed to the next station, and in case of the final operation, it is pushed on to the final inventory. Whereas in the pull, what is it is like, we are controlling the movement of the work, right? Each workstation is going to pull the output from the preceding station as it is needed, and output of the final operation, it will be pulled by the customer demand. Fine. So thus we can say that in a pull system, work is moving on in response to the demand. As and when demand will be there, the work will move to the next workstation, right? So this is the definition of this. Now you can over here see also supplier. In the push system, the supplier is pushing the item to the next, and it is next. This is going forcefully. Demand hai nahi hai, it doesn't matter. It is moving in the forward direction, which was a traditional approach. Whereas in the pull system, customer is pulling the production. Customer placed an order, that information goes to the next stage, then this, then this, then this. So this is a kind of signals are made, and this signals, this is the part of Kanban. In Kanban is like, we are basically sending the signals to the previous stage that yes, now is the demand for this, the product should move. So information is moving in the backward direction, then the product starts moving in the front direction. All right, so this is your push system. Next we have is Kanban production system. Now Kanban production system, we can say it is a visual system, right? And this is a system which is communicating the demand. Fine. And you can see the definition also in the Kanban. It is a card which is communicating demand for work or material from the preceding workstation, and it is a Japanese word which means signal or the visible record. So when a worker will need material or work from the preceding station, they are going to use a Kanban card. And it is the authorization. When somebody shows this Kanban card, this is a signal of authorization to move or work on parts. So no part or lot can be moved or worked if you do not have any of these cards. So there are two types of cards. Basically P card is there and we have one C card. P card stands for production Kanban, which signals that we need to produce now, and C is the conveyance card. C is your conveyance card, which signals that we need to deliver the parts to the next work center. Fine. So this is your Kanban production system and it is a paperless production control system. Fine. So now this is a comparison of traditional production system and the JIT production system, right? It is just you can say summarization of what we have discussed. Now transitioning to a JIT system, it requires the commitment from the top management, and we need to make an effort to decide which parts they require more effort, right, to convert. Then we need to obtain the support of your workers. We need to prepare training programs for multiple tasks. Cooperation, problem solving should be there, and we need to make sure that workers, they are fully informed about what JIT is and why it is desirable. We need to start by trying to reduce the setup times while maintaining the current system. Then we need to gradually convert the operations, beginning at the end of the process and working backward. At each stage we do the conversion. Then convert the suppliers to JIT and be prepared to work closely with them. You need to narrow down the list of your vendors. You need to identify those who are willing to work on this JIT philosophy, and then you need to give preference to vendors who have long-term track records of reliability. Fine. And the last one is you need to be prepared for the obstacles. You should always have the plan B with you. Fine. So that was all about the JIT supporting goals, building blocks of this JIT or lean system. If you people liked my video, then please do subscribe to my channel and mention your views in the comment section. Thank you.